Crazy health cures are something that I'm both amused by and extremely disgusted by. That is, depending on how they're put out there. Some cures are just hilarious because they don't make a lick of sense. Some of them are infuriating for the same exact reason. So today, I give you, oh my gosh, Dolores, you're glowing! Thanks, Curie Industries. Now, in time, the Industrial Revolution and pre-Industrial Revolution gave us new discoveries. Among them, things like radium and polonium. These were, of course, touted as miracles. Oh my gosh, Dolores, you're on fire. Darling, you're glowing. I love that green shade. And then, of course, their jaws dropped off and they died of cancer. Why? Because polonium and radium are extremely toxic and poisonous and can cause some massive, massive issues. Oh, by the way, this sweater, no relation. I just really, really, really love this sweater. My hand to heaven. Yikes. Anyway, I come from an area where the Industrial Revolution gave us such wonders and such beauties as steel production and plastics manufacturing. It also left us with a bunch of toxic waste dumps where they built apartments and housing for people who were working in the factories and among the city's poor. And where the expected happened. That is, people started dying and getting sick, dying. And this doesn't really help much when you're living in extreme poverty and depending on a paycheck from the place that's murdering you. Aha! I'm getting ahead of myself here. Toxic poisoning was first noticed in the Victorian era, mostly with arsenics and leads and makeups. And then some genius thought, hey, you know, this new glowing stuff, this stuff will make your eyes pop, Dolores. Genius bonus here, Dolores comes from the Latin word for pain. And I'm purposefully using that. Anyway, so what we're having here are people who are unknowingly, because no one educated them, putting things on their bodies and working in them and just having their hands in toxic goop all day. And like the Radium Girls, ever hear of these ladies? Painting their teeth and their nails to amuse their boyfriends because, hey, there wasn't a lot going on. There had been a war going on. And let's face it, well, the times had really sucked recently and finally things were looking better and more prosperous. Now, back to Marie Curie. Her stuff, the polonium, named, of course, for her native country of Poland, well, sure, she sparkled and she glowed and she enjoyed bringing people, especially men, into dark closets to show them her radium lump, which is the weirdest flirt I have ever heard. Hello, darling. Would you like to come back to my place and see my glowing rocks? And also, speaking of glowing rocks, and weird flirts involving... Has anyone ever seen etchings, which, by the way, are also done on glass using toxic chemicals? So she'd show off this lump in a dark closet, and I don't want to go into what else probably happened, because I do love you, Marie, but what the heck? Sheesh. So, all these people are just thrilled to the moon. Here's a new invention, here's a new substance. Holy crap, it glows like sunlight. It can't possibly be bad. Oh dear. My jaw just fell off. And now, in the 21st century, after people have seen the Radium Girls and the girls who worked in factories having their teeth pulling out and their jaws falling out, their noses falling off, their ears, their fingers, dying horribly, being basically maligned by company bosses when they said, hey, something's not right here. Oh, well, you know, she was a bit loose, if you know what I mean. Really? The same with apartments built over toxic waste dumps. Oh, well, you know, they're among the poor. I mean, who really gives a shit about the poor? Yeah. We are better than this. And now, in the 21st century, we have people in their 60s and 70s who might vaguely remember the makeup ads from the 1950s. Oh, try this new radium lipstick. The movie stars like John Wayne, who may not have actually died from smoking, or not entirely, due to the fact that in the 1950s, many stars went to Nevada to see the atom bomb testings. Many of them became sick. Now, one of them, Gracie Allen, who never smoked a day in her life, was a very fragile woman with a heart problem. But she may not have actually been killed off by the heart problem as soon as she did, or was, without the help of being exposed to fallout. You never know. So we have people who, like I said, in their 60s and 70s with chronic conditions who are desperate. Oh, hey, you know, come on into this abandoned coal shaft and breathe in this lovely uranium fallout and this lovely radium. It'll cure what ails ya. Because that worked out so well the first time. And once again, people are peddling things to people who are physically ill and flipping desperate. Congratulations. You're assholes. Not the sick people, but the people who are peddling this nonsense. You are assholes. And I hope that someone takes you to court, because this needs to quit. Good night.